for this black and gold squad, who now gets to come back for a game next week. It'll be home against the Chicago Bears, but all in all, they really needed this one in Indianapolis.
Well, hey, we had to win. We in first place.
Had to, right?
Now, talking to Charlie Long, we could very well have season 6 wins instead of being 500, but it is what it is. But we still in first place. You know, you represent the NFC South and you win the division, you get to host a home game. And we play Atlanta twice. So obviously we still in control of our destiny. And now with Kirk Cousins going down, what do you got? He blew out his Achilles. Well, we playing freaking backup quarterbacks. You should never lose. You got to win 1 to win 2. You got to win 2 to win 3. So going into the bye week, can't we go? Why can't we go 3 straight victories? I mean, that's where we're at right now with the Saints. And listen, they handled adversity. They weathered the storm. Listen, usually I don't do this in the beginning. I got to read this text because it's right on. This is from 8873. Hey, Cannon. Rashid plays like a #1 draft pick. Not Chris Olave, a spoiled brat. Still thinks he's at Ohio State. Who that? Not Colts. Thanks. Let me tell you. We've seen enough of that. We don't need Brandon Cooks 2.0. Okay, let me catch the ball and fall down. You playing? You not playing flag football. You playing tackle football.
Or run out of bounds.
Or run out of bounds. Or maybe the lights are in my eyes. What? You're a pro. The lights in your eyes. What are you talking about? The sun? So now it's like the sun is the light. Oh, the lights in my eye. Aren't you coordinated? You receiver. You can't let it hit you in the face mask. No, I'm going to elaborate on that more. Chris Olave. Why in the hell are you playing inside? You wearing a hood? Why are you wearing a hood and covering your mouth? Don't you want to breathe? To be able to take a deep breath, settle down. No, we're not playing outside where it's snowing or it's freezing. I mean, Chris Olave needs to go to a sports psychologist to analyze where he's at. You're not at Ohio State. You're not big-time college football. This is the freaking NFL. You got to come to play. Rashid Shaheed is more a gamer than Chris Olave. Michael Thomas is a gamer. All the people that hate on Michael Thomas, I know Michael Thomas is tough. He missed a couple of tough catches, but he don't pout. He don't sulk. I mean, I look at it times, and you might say, well, Derek Carr, we need a better quarterback than Derek Carr. All I know today, he was 19 of 27, 310 yards, had a quarterback rating 133 and a half.
Hit one of his receivers in the helmet.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I look at that, I mean, the accuracy, and then, what more can you say about Taysom Hill? I mean, the combination. I look at everything. All-purpose yards, total yards from scrimmage. Rashid Shaheed, 199 all-purpose yards. Kamara, 100 total yards from scrimmage. Taysom Hill, 121 total yards. You know what I was ecstatic with? That we finally, I'm going all over the place right now, but you know what I was excited about? As a team, we average over 4 yards a carry. We averaged 4.5 yards a carry throughout the game, big sample size, 36 attempts. We came into the game averaging only 3.5 yards. Now, I thought the Colts would have success. I didn't know they were going to have this much success running the football. We came into the game giving a 3.9. They got 6.8. It seemed like that all happened in the first half of the first quarter. Look, Jonathan Taylor was 7.9, right at 8 yards. And then Moss was right at 6 yards a carry. Now, the one thing, if you're a Colts fan, and my youngest son, Bo, he left St. Louis, went with his fiance, and they drove from St. Louis to Indianapolis, a 3.5, 4-hour drive to represent the Who Dat Nation. And he said, Dad, we got to win. I said, I think we are going to win. Now, you got the VIP treatment. You got to go on the sideline before the game. Nothing to do with the Saints. It's all who you know, Justin Gentile. I mean, as a kid that went to high school with Bo and T-Bob, more T-Bob's age, now he works with the Colts. But he treated them well. So he went and he represented, and we got to win. This is the game. The Who
Bo's got to go to every road game now.
Oh, no, the Who Dat Nation travels, and they travel well. And the thing is, you got to come away with a win. This is the game. It was like, it's not a must-win mathematically, but it's a must-win psychologically.
Yes.
No, without a doubt. You got to be freaking kidding me. And it's also a must-win psychologically because you know what? We've had the damn Colts number in Indianapolis. When they won, they beat us in Baltimore. But guess what? They're not in Baltimore anymore. They're in Indianapolis. And you know, we played at Lucas Oil Stadium. I mean, it's very similar to Ford Field. It looks like a factory, but it's nice inside. You know, the one place I told you to Steve about Indianapolis, very similar to New Orleans, that you can have a Final Four, you can have a Super Bowl because you can walk to everything.
Right. It's not like you have to commute 15, 20
It's
minutes
not
everywhere.
like in Atlanta or Los Angeles, got to get in the damn car. It's a half an hour away.
Right.
No, you can walk to everything. So a great environment. I like Indianapolis. You know, a blue collar, very similar to we got here down south. But we're now 2-0 in Lucas Oil Stadium. The Saints have been the Colts. We're 2-0. And you know what? We are playing in Indianapolis. We're now 4-1. We've had their number. We're 9th. We played them 14 times. We won 9 times. And the Colts are the poster child, one of the original franchises to promote the NFL. So all I know in the history, the Saints came into the league. The Colts, kind of old school. We won 9 times. I've lost 5. So we got the Colts number when all said and done. Now, to go back, what I would normally do with this format, this should be a goal for our offense. This right here is why we won the game. And I think it was convincingly. Now, we went plus or minus with 0 for the turnover margin. Now we still plus 3 for the season. This has been our Achilles heel. What are we doing offensively on 3rd down and in the red zone? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. If we do this every game, I guarantee you we might run the table. We're gonna go undefeated.
Hello.
What are you talking about? No, I can tell you right now. You'd almost.
Where's the Kool-Aid? I'm bringing it out.
No, you would almost have to give the ball up. Now you can't turn it over. But I'm saying if you're possessing the football and you're doing this, we were 6-12 on 3rd down, 50%. If we 50% the rest of the season on 3rd down, and we 75% in the red zone. Scoring touchdowns, we were 3 or 4. Hell yeah, we're not losing. I'm telling you where our defense is at. If we can convert 50% on 3rd down and be 75% in the red zone, the Saints are going to run the table. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but why not happen against the Bears, the bad news Bears? Why not happen against the Vikings? I don't care if we go to Minneapolis and they blow that damn horn and skull and they do all that crap and all, hostile environment.
Another backup QB.
When I played Kirk Cousins,
right?
Yeah, come on. That we should be able to vary 1 game at a time. Went 2 in a row to get to 3 in a row. Then the back end of the season, you play the Falcons twice. You still got to play Tampa Bay. You still got to play Carolina. So can you control your destiny and win the NFC South? Now, you know what's crazy? And it's very entertaining because if anybody says our offense is boring, I mean, like, well, what the hell are you talking about? No, they might. You might be frustrated with them, and you're like, come on. And you know, but as far as like, you know, getting 1st downs or moving the ball and getting yardage, okay, look at this the last 3 games. You want to talk about explosiveness? The last 3 games, we've had 430 yards, 407 yards, and 511 yards total offense. That's 1,348 yards of total offense the last 3 games. What are we, the LSU Fighting Tigers with Jane Daniels? No, well, we can move it. Now, the difference is what we're doing on 3rd down in the red zone, right? You got to get touchdown. Now, if you get an explosive play, a bomb like Rashid Shaheed, man, I'm going to tell you what. Okay, if you're going to look at our receivers right now, I think if you're trying to get 1st downs and all, Chris Olave, sorry, you back on the total ball. They're not going to do that. But this is what I would do. I'll tell you right now.
Mike Thomas, your lead.
Mike Thomas is 1. Yeah. Rashid Shaheed is 2. Chris Olave is 3. But you know, and Chris Olave say, man, you're not throwing me the ball. What are you talking about? Guess who had the most targets? Chris Olave. 5 catches. He had 9 targets. He caught 46 yards. Rashid Shaheed, 3 targets, 3 catches, 153 yards. Mike Thomas, 7 catches, 4 receptions, 68 yards, 17-yard average. And Michael Thomas dropped a couple of balls, even though they were slightly behind him on a slant. That's where Drew Brees is so accurate. That's where Derek Carr, can you be more accurate? But Michael Thomas will tell you, even though that ball is slightly behind me, I got to catch that. I got to freaking catch that ball. But again, when I look at it right now, like the turnover margin, we were zero interceptions, got an interception. We had one lost fumble. Now, the one thing that at times bothered me, we had 8 penalties. That's on the cusp of having 9 or, we had 8 for 73. You don't want 9 or 100 yards. And that's like giving up a touchdown. So we're able to weather that storm, and that did not occur. You know who finally showed up? I like his average and was running hard. Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams, 6 attempts. Now, he only had 30 yards, but he averaged 5 yards a pop. I like that. Now, what can I say more about Taysom Hill? Taysom Hill averaged 7 yards. But if you look at Taysom Hill's career, he's always averaged 5.5 yards or more. Now, Kamara, I wish he was averaging more, 3.5, but I think Kamara's playing hard right now. I kind of like, I look at total yards of scrimmage. He had, when all said and done, he had 59 yards rushing and 51 yards receiving. You know, instead of 100 yards, I'd want that to be between 120 and 130. 150 is an exceptional game, but he had 100. But then you look at, well, he had 110. I don't know, Steve. I got like rushing and
59 plus 51, 110.
Yeah, 110. Well, what did I tell you?
I can do Mario.
Yeah, man, it's like 110. Good job.
Thank you.
So when I look at that, I want more 120 to 130 in that area. And Taysom Hill was, like I said, if you look at him rushing, passing the football, receiving, was at 121 yards. Now, we couldn't necessarily stop. And listen, that might be the best 1-2 punch as far as running backs in the NFL with Jonathan Taylor and Moss. They average 8 yards and 6 yards a carry. So that did not surprise me. Rashid Shaheed continues to lead like a punt returner. He's amongst the best. 11. Anytime he double digits, he averaged 11.5 yards a punt return. He had that long punt return of 15 yards. So when I look at I'm looking at the top players. You look at all-purpose yards right now. Okay, look, this is going into this game. Okay, Tyreek Hill was number 1 at 916. Christian McCaffrey, number 2 with 826. A.J. Brown, who had an outstanding game today with the Eagles, 809. Rashid Shaheed had 789 coming into the game. So now he's at right under 1,000, 988 all-purpose yards.
Wow.
So, no, I always tell this. I say, come on, Sneaky Pete. Coach Carmichael, you got to get his hands on the ball more. You got to touch the ball more, simply because how explosive he is, that being Rashid Shaheed. Because look at that. That's all household names that he's competing with. Now, as far as defensively, looking at, I think, Demario Davis coming back at 12 total tackles. There should never be a game where Double D does not have over double-digit tackles. I think he is truly that good. Well, today he had 12. Now, the one thing why he had this many tackles, because teams aren't going away from Marshawn Lattimore. Lattimore had 9 unassisted tackles, which is second on the team, only behind Demario Davis. Now, you look at quarterback hurries. Remember, against the Jaguars, we had no sacks, no quarterback hurries. Well, today we had 2 sacks and 7 quarterback hurries.
Big difference of a story right there.
It's not 0-0. It's not 0-0. No, it's 2 sacks and 7 quarterback hurries. Demario Davis had a quarterback hurry. I'm looking at Carl Granderson, a sack, 3 quarterback hurries. How about Shepard? You went about a free agent acquisition. He had a sack, 2 quarterback hurries, a tackle for loss. Carl Granderson, a sack, 3 quarterback hurries, and a tackle for loss. That should be the storyline for our defense going forward. That's what it has to be. We can't get shut out. Because I'm telling you, no matter who we playing, the Bears or the Vikings, or after the bye, who we playing, our defense can't have an off game. Our defense, because I think truly the way we structured, we cannot be in shootout type games. I'll tell you, we won 38-27, but I'm telling you, it's going to be more that we would win, more like 23-17. I'm just telling you, watch what I'm telling you. to say that, oh, now we're on a roll, we're going to score 30-plus games, all these games in a row, I don't think that's going to happen, even though we're playing the bad news Bears and coming up with the Vikings. We're not structured that way. So the point I'm making is our defense has to have this kind of production for us to win and not have the production they had against the Jaguars, because that's not a winning formula.
We'll be back with more of the Ciroc Point after Ciroc Ultra Premium Vodka right after this on the Community Coffee Saints Radio Network.